Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're digging into the most crucial updates across the Eagle River Valley. We've actually got a really fascinating mix of civic, environmental, and community developments today. So let's jump in.
Here's our roadmap. We're looking at three main blocks. First, the Moffett verdict. Second, wildfire risk and response. And third, local community milestones.
Starting off with Chapter 1, the Moffett verdict. A multi-year legal saga concludes.
Okay, so let's rewind a bit to put this into perspective. Tracing this whole thing back to its origin in 2019, the town of Vail started a civil dispute against former town councilman Gregory Moffett and his firm, Tiga Advertising. The issue was over an $88,000 revenue-sharing default. Now, the prosecution argued this wasn't just a simple oversight, but an intentional diversion of municipal funds, which is what escalated this from a civil matter into criminal charges. That brings us to May 12th of this year, when the felony theft and embezzlement trial officially kicked off before Judge Leonor Luavana. And today, May 15th, the jury finally reached its decision.
And the verdict is in, not guilty. The jury has officially cleared former Vail Town Councilman Greg Moffett of all felony theft and embezzlement charges. This decision marks the absolute definitive end to a really tangled web of private business dealings and public office scrutiny, stuff that dates all the way back to the Booth Heights housing controversy era. So, the jury has spoken, the verdict is not guilty, and this chapter in our municipal courts, it is officially closed.
Moving right along to Chapter 2, wildfire risk and response. Adapting the western slope.
Look at that number, 97%. Literally, 97% of the state of Colorado is sitting in moderate to severe drought conditions right now. State water managers are already calling this a quote-unquote challenging and dry year. And yeah, sure, we got some late-season moisture in May that briefly bumped us up from a 0th percentile baseline. But make no mistake, the underlying hydrological deficit is a massive, massive concern for us going into summer. So, the crucial point to understand is this. Our Colorado River Basin snowpack is currently sitting at less than half of its historical median. Less than 50%. That is a staggering drop. Because of this historic deficit, our forest fuels are experiencing what experts call advanced desiccation. Basically, they're drying out dangerously early. We're looking straight at an early onset wildfire cycle, not to mention stream flow projections that are sitting at just 45% of normal. You know, this isn't just your standard seasonal dry spell. It's an ecological crisis demanding our immediate attention.
But honestly, here's where it gets pretty inspiring. It is amazing to see how our community is actively adapting to this. We are witnessing a major real-time shift in local property management. Down in Gypsum, for example, Gallegos Stoneyard is reporting off-the-charts demand. Homeowners are actively ripping out traditional lawns and swapping them for rock and gravel landscaping. Why? Well, they're creating crucial wildfire-defensible space, they're conserving water, and they're still managing to complement our beautiful Colorado scenery. It's just a fantastic, actionable response to those scary environmental warnings we just talked about.
And hey, it is not just individual homeowners doing the heavy lifting. Local businesses are absolutely stepping up to the plate. Look at Altitude Realtors. They've launched a whole action plan. They are hosting free educational webinars specifically tailored to help homeowners with drought preparedness and vital wildfire mitigation strategies. It is just a stellar example of the private sector empowering our residents with the exact knowledge they need to protect their properties during what's shaping up to be a highly volatile summer.
Let's wrap things up with Chapter 3, Local Community Milestones, Celebrating Valley Excellence.
Looking at the big picture today, we actually have two fantastic milestone events happening right across the valley. The Vail Valley Partnership is hosting its 23rd annual Success Awards over at the Eagle Vail Pavilion, and out in Wolcott at Four Eagle Ranch, the Vail Ski and Snowboard Academy is officially celebrating its class of 2026 graduation.
Let's break those down real quick. At the Eagle Vail Pavilion, the Vail Valley Partnership is putting a spotlight on our thriving local economy, recognizing leaders across 10 specific categories. This includes the big ones, like crowning the Small Business of the Year and the Nonprofit of the Year. It's just a really powerful reminder of the incredible entrepreneurial spirit and deep community dedication that keeps the Eagle River Valley humming no matter what seasonal hurdles are thrown our way.
Meanwhile, over at Four Eagle Ranch, the magic number for the day is 56. That is the exact number of incredibly dedicated student athletes graduating today from the Vail Ski and Snowboard Academy. I mean, think about it. These young adults have to balance rigorous, demanding academic requirements with literal world-class athletic training. And today they get to walk across that stage and celebrate those insane dual-discipline achievements.
And speaking of athletic achievements, I really want to give a massive hero moment to Eagle Valley senior Jason Flaherty. Just look at this mark, 6 feet 5 inches. No way, right?
And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer level of talent we have in our local schools. With that massive jump of 6 feet 5 inches, Jason secured a spectacular 4th place finish at the 4A State High Jump Championships. Let me tell you, it takes an unbelievable amount of dedication, grit, and pure focus to reach a state athletic podium. And Jason absolutely hit the nail on the head. A huge congratulations to him and the entire Eagle Valley track and field program for that one.
Well, we have covered a whole lot of ground today, from the final resolution of a major municipal trial to the stark realities of our historic drought, straight through to the awesome achievements of our local businesses and students. So I want to leave you with this question to chew on. How will you adapt your property for fire safety and contribute to our valley's continued success this summer? Whether you're laying down stone landscaping, tuning into one of those mitigation webinars, or just going out of your way to support a local award-winning business, we all play a huge part in this community's story. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay safe, stay informed, and I will see you next time.